The Court of Appeal upheld their convictions in 2020. However, on March 14, 2024, the United Kingdom-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final court of appeal, overturned the convictions for juror misconduct. The murder conviction of the dancehall artist Vibez KARTEL and 3 co-defendants was overturned on Thursday by the Higher Court of Appeal for Jamaica and other Commonwealth countries. Vibez KARTEL, born Adidja Palmer, had previously been convicted and given a life sentence for the 2011 murder of Clive Williams, known as Lizard. The sentence was later reduced to 32.5 years. On Thursday, the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in London overturned the conviction because of allegations of jury misconduct in the 2014 trial. A juror, described in court documents as Juror X, was allowed to remain seated after a claim that the person had attempted to bribe other jury members. Jurors ultimately convicted Mr. Palmer, Sean Campbell, Kahira Jones, and Andre St. John of murder. Allowing Juror X to remain on the jury is fatal to the safety of the convictions which followed, the court ruled. It was an infringement of the appellant's fundamental right to a fair hearing under the Jamaican Constitution. Attorney Isat Buchanan has cited Vibez KARTEL's medical and psychological conditions as reasons for the Court of Appeal to forego ordering him and his co-accused to undergo a new murder trial. Buchanan told the court that his client is suffering from the autoimmune illness Graves' disease, heart problems, and mental health issues, which would only get worse if he were to face a retrial. Vibez KARTEL, whose real name is Adidja Palmer, along with Andre St. John, Kahira Jones, and Sean Storm Campbell were charged with the murder of Clive Lizard Williams in 2011. However, they had their convictions quashed by the Privy Council in March this year, and the matter was sent back to the Court of Appeal for it to decide whether or not they should be retried. As Day 3 of the proceedings in the Court of Appeal got underway on Wednesday, Palmer's attorney Buchanan cited a medical report from Dr. Karen Phillips, dated June 3, 2024, telling the appellate court that his client's heart is only now operating at 50% capacity. As it relates to Vibez KARTEL's mental health issues, Buchanan cited a psychological report, stating that the entertainer suffers from anxiety and mental weakness as a result of his arrest and incarceration. Buchanan said his client became ill behind bars. Another appeals court will now decide whether Mr. Palmer should be retried. Lawyers for the prosecution did not immediately respond to requests for comment. The quashing of his conviction recognizes the importance of his entitlement to trial by an independent and impartial jury, David Hislop, a lawyer for Mr. Palmer, wrote in an email. He added that he would now try to persuade the Jamaican Court of Appeal to find that a fair trial was impossible because of how much time had passed. After a string of successful singles in his native Jamaica, Mr. Palmer reached the U.S. charts in 2009 with Romping Shop, featuring Spice, and collaborated with Rihanna, Jay-Z, and other artists. He also starred in the reality TV show, Teacher's Pet, which aired on Jamaican TV in 2011. While imprisoned, Mr. Palmer continued to release new songs, including the 2016 single, Fever, which went gold. During the trial, prosecutors alleged that Mr. Williams and another man had been given 2 unlicensed firearms belonging to Mr. Palmer. When the pair did not return the weapons on time, they were summoned to Mr. Palmer's house, where Mr. Williams was killed, according to prosecutors, who relied on evidence from Mr. Palmer's cell phone to advance their case. Mr. Williams's body was never found. All 4 defendants had pleaded not guilty.